Folks, somebody needs to check on these condo sellers. I'll tell you what I mean and then get into the latest home prices and insights for condos across the GTA for week ending October 16th, 2024. So, we just purchased a house for a couple. Their goal was to buy for the mid 700s. We were looking at condos all over the place. We were looking at not so much downtown, but out of town, into the suburbs. We're looking at condos. And in this one specific area, there's condos, there's 3 buildings, and across the street, there's freehold townhouses. There was one for sale in the same price range that we're looking at condos. Again, mid 700s. So we're looking at the condos, we're on showings. Then we go look at the freehold townhouse. Guess which property my clients absolutely loved and wanted to buy, and we put in an offer and we purchased. If you're thinking of one of the condos, you're wrong. We bought the townhouse. It's a freehold townhouse, larger, their own parking. They don't have to deal with anybody else. It's the kind of townhouse, no backyard, but had a big rooftop deck. They could barbecue. There's outdoor patio furniture there. They absolutely love this townhouse. For the same price, this is what I can't get over, for the same price that we were looking at condos. I don't mean condos the other side of town. They were across the street, right in the same neighborhood. And this is why I say, what's going on with these condo sellers? This is why I'm saying we need to do a wellness check or something on these sellers. I don't know, maybe they've lost internet altogether and they can't see what condos across, or townhouses across the street are selling for. What's going to happen with condo prices if this is where they're listing their condos at? And in a lot of these areas, many of these areas, you can buy townhouses now for the same price. I'm not talking about downtown Toronto or even uptown Toronto, but in the suburbs, look around. These townhouse prices have come way down. Condo prices, not as much. And now you're looking at, do we buy a condo? Do we buy a townhouse? I think most people are going to go the townhouse route. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you feel this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. If you get value from what we're talking about, subscribe. And if you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. There's a link up here. There's another one below in the description below this video. Click on that. It's a link to my calendar. On that, you can book a time that's convenient for you, and we'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the numbers. Folks, we have a real nice condo townhouse for sale. Check out the video at the end of this video. Here we go. This show today is all about condos. We're going to break the condos down into 3 sections. First of all, they're condo apartments only, not condo townhouses, so just condo apartments. We're going to look at the City of Toronto condos. We're going to look at York Region condos, and we're going to look at Peel Region condos. Now, this here, a chart for 3 months, it's average sold prices. The difference between Peel on the low end and Toronto average prices on the high end is only $89,000. The gap is normally much wider, but for this week ending October 16th, $89,000. That's it. Let's get started. We're going to look at City of Toronto first for week ending October 16th. 153 condo apartments were sold. Average sold price is $675,000, and 13 of those condos that sold at $1 million or more. Let's look at this a little bit closer. 153 were sold, so sales before that over the fall period were trending up, but this week they came down. The amount of condos selling at $1 million or more was trending up, but this week it came down. Average sold price, you could say, was also kind of looked like it was trending up a little bit, but this week it came down to 675. Now, I don't know if this is the new trend we're on, but I'm bringing it up because, and I brought it up on the show I did yesterday for the detached properties. Every fall, we see almost, I would have, yeah, it's every fall. We see sales increase, we see average sold price usually increase, and then it turns. We never know when it turns. We can't predict that in advance. Maybe we're at the turning point and things are going to get softer from here leading into Christmas, or maybe not. Maybe next week we shoot up again, maybe with some of these interest rates announcements coming out. Who knows? But right now, detached, this is exactly what happened. And now we're looking at condos. We're seeing the same pattern with condo apartments. Compared to last year, 675 is 4% lower than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is also 4% lower. The dotted line, that's a 4-week moving average. If we kind of look at the beginning of fall, which is about here, kind of looks like, especially for average price trending up, but we know it's because of the 675, it's going to take a dip. The median price, yes, also trending up a bit, but not as much, and it's a lot more flat, but still trending up a little bit. 153 were sold. We said a quarter of those sold at list price or more. Listings, well, so the orange, those are the listings this year. The blue, that's listings same period a year ago. If we just focus on the orange, listings have been trending down. Active listings, pretty much the same. Yeah, they're off by a little bit, but pretty much the same over the last 3 weeks. So we've not really seen a change in that. But active listings, months of inventory shot way up. It's now sitting at 8.2 months of inventory. Pretty much a buyer's market. That's the average for the whole city of Toronto. If we break the city down into 9 sections, and we're saying the whole city averages at 8.2, let's look at some of these areas. Some of the areas that are above average, so pulling the average up. Willowdale, Bayview, so uptown, sitting at 8.6, a little bit higher than the overall city average. Midtown, 11.6 months of inventory. Downtown, 9.5 months of inventory. So the main corridor here, uptown, midtown, downtown, is bringing the average up, or bringing the average months of inventory up. Then you got other areas bringing it down. Scarborough, 6.4 months of inventory. East York, 5.9. Etobicoke, 7.7. High Park, 5.0 months of inventory. And I'm saying this because I want you to use this as a guide. But if I'm saying, yeah, months of inventory is 8.2, and then you're in a neighborhood buying or selling and you experience something else that doesn't feel like an 8.2 months of inventory. And what does 8.2 feel like? It's a buyer's market. It feels like the buyers are in charge. Next thing you know, you're looking at a condo and there's multiple offers and you're thinking, well, this doesn't really feel like a buyer's market. Well, that's because there's different things going on in different neighborhoods, and condos are very building specific. So be careful, or really understand what you're getting into if you're buying, if you're selling. Work with the people that can really help you get through this. So that was for the city of Toronto. York region, 30 condo apartments were sold. None of them were at $1 million or more. Average sold price down. It's now sitting at $637,000. 637 is the second lowest average sold price we've had this whole year. So sales are down, prices down, just like the city of Toronto, just like the detached market. We're seeing a pattern here in the fall season. This is why I'm bringing it up. Maybe we're turning the corner now. Compared to last year, 637 is 14% lower than where we were a year ago. The median price is 10% lower. Dotted line kind of shows average price and median price trending down. 30 were sold, 23% sold at list price or more. Listings are trending down. Active listings really hasn't moved much since the middle of September. We're now at 951, but week ending September 18, we're at 944. It's up and down each week, but really hasn't moved much. And months of inventory was flat for a while. Now it's shot up, but look at the relationship with price. So months of inventory is flat, price pretty much flat. Months of inventory shot up, average price came down. Average days on market is now sitting at 39. Peel region condos. 31 condos were sold, down a little bit from the previous week, but not much. Peel is choosing to follow a different example than what I've been talking about so far in the other areas. So 31 were sold, no condos sold at $1 million or more. Average sold price, it's up from the previous week, now sitting at $586,000. 586 is 1% lower from where we were this time a year ago. Median price is 5% lower. 31 were sold, only 19% sold at list price or more. Listings are trending down. Active listings hasn't changed much in 4, 5, 6 weeks. And months of inventory is up from the previous week. It's now at 6.6 months of inventory. Here's a quick summary. No matter how you slice it, pretty much a balanced market. In the city of Toronto, if you look at the 9 different areas that we kind of split the city up in, you've got areas where there's a 5 months of inventory as a low and a 12.5 months of inventory as a high. But even at 5 months, you're pretty much at the top end of a balanced market or a buyer's market. In most cases, when you're looking at condos, it's pretty much a buyer's market no matter where you go. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. You're about to see the inside of 75 Welder Road East, Unit 742. This is an updated 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo.